I'd like to introduce you to the Kaiser Power Rack. This also comes in a half rack version without the front half of the rack, and that comes also in a half rack with a short base, which is a phenomenal power per unit of square foot. It's a great versatile piece. This power rack, really, a lot of people have called things power racks before, but they've all lacked the power. And what we've done here at Kaiser is we've been able to bring it in and bring in the power to the power rack. And let's show you how we do that with one of the many innovations that we have within this rack. The first thing is you'll notice that on the side of the rack that we have the guide rails. And within the guide rails, we have these pulleys that slide back and forth easily and seamlessly with the bar. And these guide rails will come up and they actually attach into the bar and fluid so that we can make sure we always have that line of pull in line with the bar. Now, what is that hooked to? It's hooked to the power of Kaiser, the pneumatics in the back of the rack. And we can adjust the weight in pneumatics with the plus symbol here or with the minus symbol on the other side. And this allows the lifter to actually help control the weight or the coach to adjust the pneumatic pressure up or down throughout the course of the set to optimize peak power output every rep. That's really important for us. You'll notice very simple, plus sign has a minus sign. As we push down, you'll notice that from a coaching perspective, I can look back at the power display and see how much resistance and how many reps. Or it can adjust the power catches up and down very easily to lock right in and be nice and stable. We also have very efficient ways to take the catches up, adjust them down, very light, very easy to move, very important. Also nice solid bar catches, everything smooth in transition. Allows us any versatility that we want with a straight bar from low to high. Now as we go through this process, you're also going to notice another innovation with those guide rails of taking the collar, sliding the collar on, and now bringing back the pneumatics. So we can actually just take this straight up, and we hook the pneumatic right onto the collar, drop it right in, and now that allows me to move with maximal speed without worrying about that mass flying off the bar and creating potential harm for the athlete. At the same time, we love to use external resistance in the form of mass too. And if we take that same pneumatic control, we add on the weight, put on the collar, now you have a combination of both. And hear me now, there may be a time where we don't even have to use weight with this rack to ever develop the power that we need. But right now, it gives us the versatility to do both. Nice, easily convenient storage, places for collars. We got the lighter weights up top, the heavier weights at our prime lifting angle. The light ones are right here at hand's length. All very nice features that we built in. We have the associated bar catches in the back if you want to store 2 or 4 more bars on that. And then we can get all the way into the engineering of the bench. Now, I don't know if you've been around long enough to see some of these multi-purpose racks. Do you have to be on the backside, lift the bench out, try to push it under? And I'll tell you, from a performance specialist standpoint, a lot of wear and tear. So what we want to do is create something that's very efficient, that we can lift the bench up, slide it in, slide it out, it locks in easily. And then we have the versatility to take that bench and adjust it to any angle that we want. Now, the great part about this bench, as we take it out, we can take that bench out, separate it from the rack, and now we have a standalone unit that if somebody's inside the rack, utilizing their different types of squatting actions or pulling actions, anything here, I can still have another station set up with the adjustable dumbbell to be right out here, regardless of whether it's a lower body split squat that we're going through or any type of benching activity. So what our goal at Kaiser is to give you the most functionality within the station, and that includes also getting right into the type of pull-ups. And we engineered the pull-up handles, again, to be able to pinion all the way out, as well as having rotating pull-up handles so that we can get more strength through that whole forearm region and decrease the stress on your wrist, your elbow, and then your shoulder. Can also force the athlete to better stabilize by having to hold the bar here instead of letting it twist. Again, one added level of stability. We can then also take these units and now add the external resistance. We'll show you how to do that if you're thinking about purchasing the rack or you've already purchased a rack. But at the end of the day, this is an incredibly versatile piece of equipment that allows you to use standard external resistance with mass, utilize the pneumatics in conjunction with the bar, and we'll even show you a few exercises where we'll take those pneumatics and we'll adjust it and put it right onto our hip so we don't even have to get vertebral load. We can still develop a lot of explosive power. But we've also engineered it for the athlete. If they're supine, looking up, say in bench press or incline press, they have their own power display so that we're always getting the nervous system engaged and they always are trying to develop maximal power output. Remember, force equals mass times acceleration. And with Kaiser, we can now start to look at really developing the accelerative part without putting the athlete in harm's way. So that's what we're going to do inside the power rack. Redefine the paradigm. We're going to put power inside the power rack. I'm going to show you a few exercises that you can get the most bang for your buck by utilizing this device.